Let's flash back to 2008 when Lorena Ochoa won the Chevron Championship by 5 shots. Ochoa never trailed in the final round, shooting a bogey-free of 567 and made that leap into Poppy's Pond. It was part of a dominant stretch for Lorena, who won back-to-back majors by a combined 9 strokes. And she compiled one of the most impressive bios in the history of this game with 27 LPGA Tour victories, including those 2 majors. She retired as world #1, was inducted into the World Golf Hall of Fame in 2017 and into the LPGA Tour's Hall of Fame in 2022. And we're pleased now to be joined by this Hall of Fame legend, Lorena Ochoa. Lorena, we saw a lot of drama yesterday on that last hole. Did it bring back memories for you of when you were in that position yourself?
Oh, yes, for sure. First than anything, I want to say congratulations to Lilia. I think it's amazing to see, just watch her, the way she, controlled herself, the way she finished the last 2 holes, that long putt on 7. I mean, and the memories of jumping in that beautiful water is always a great thing. So congratulations to her.
Lorena, the PGA Tour is near Puerto Vallarta this week. Where do you see the popularity of golf in Mexico now compared to when you played?
Yes, that's something very important to mention. And it's wonderful to see. We have many little girls and boys is going in the right direction. We have now, I want to say about 30 good Mexican players in college. And most of them, they really want to turn professionals and play on tour. So it's great to see the growth of the game. We know that having also the men playing next week here in Vidanta is a great thing, because I remember that watching a tournament, a professional tournament, I was probably 11 or 12 years old. It really changed my life. I wanted to be like them. I wanted to be a professional, and I wanted to hit the ball as far as them and, move the ball and win tournaments. And that tournament, next week in Puerto Vallarta is very important for the new players to go, just really taking advantage of this wonderful opportunity to watch the players, close, and for them to be able to dream and wanted to, be professional players in the future.
You used to host the Lorena Ochoa Invitational on the LPGA Tour in Mexico. Lorena, is it a disappointment to you at the moment that there is no Mexican tournament on the LPGA Tour, and do you see one in the foreseeable future?
Well, for sure, I would love to, see them and all of my friends, to get back to Mexico again. I think we have everything, that we needed, especially having 2 great players, Mexican, players on the LPGA right now. I want to say yes, they have all my support. I would love to see them here again. I guess it's something that really changed the perspective of the game, and as well as, how players they do here in our country. So yes, welcome, and hopefully, it could happen soon.
Lorena, you dominated as a pro, you dominated in college at Arizona. What has impressed you the most about Stanford's Rose Zhang, who has won just about everything in women's amateur golf?
Well, it's very impressive. I do want to say congratulations. I think, you can tell that it's just a hard work, and starting in junior golf, then you dream about going to college, and the experience that you get in college, playing, against the best players, on and off. And I think getting that confidence that you're able to win, tournament, you learn so much, not only as a player, but also outside, you mature a lot inside and outside the golf course. And I think what Rose is doing is outstanding. I want to say congratulations to her. It's been fun, following her career, and I wish her the best for sure.
Lorena, Lilia Vu was a lot of the chatter last week before the tournament because she's so close to getting into the LPGA Tour's Hall of Fame, as distinct from the World Golf Hall of Fame. You got into that hall last year yourself only because they finally dropped the rule that you had to have played on tour for 10 years. It's famously the toughest Hall of Fame to get into. Do you think the bar needs to be lowered a little bit so that the tour can celebrate more great players?
Well, I think eventually, it's happening. I want to say thank you for my induction. It's really one of the, highlights of my career, just having my name there against or among, great, wonderful friends, but also, players that we admire and that we want to say thank you, for the inspiration and the good example. I think it's going in the right direction. I think it's really cool. I think it's is something that we need to be proud of, knowing that this is the toughest, to get in. So with the time, we need to be patient. I think there probably be a couple of changes, about the rules, and we'll see more players. I think it's something that it really benefits the game. So we'll see. But they have all my support. I love being a member of the LPGA. It's my family, and I'm here for them always. They need me.
Speaking of highlights of your career, you have said your support of Barranca School near Guadalajara has been, quote, one of the most beautiful things that your career has given you. Why has that been so important?
Yes, thank you for asking. I've been now in my retirement. It's my priority. It's my number one motivation. I work every day doing different activities to raise money, not only for the School of La Barranca, but I'm very proud to say that today we help 24 different schools in the whole country. It's just national support. We are in 11 different states, and it's just wonderful, to be able to help these kids. Following them, really keep them close to the program, because we also help them in the afternoon. Their parents are involved. Just to give you an example, last year we gave more than 11,000 scholarships. So it's something that is growing a lot with the support of my family, for sure, and just my husband is involved. But more important, a few of my sponsors, friends, and new sponsors that Kim just worry about education in our country. So thank you for that. I will continue the hard work, and I promise to give a good example, and hopefully we can change the life of many, many kids here in Mexico.
Lorena, we've seen Hall of Fame golfers take on other passions after leaving the game and then sometimes circle back around to the game. We're seeing a lot of Annika Sorenstam in the last year. Is there any chance that we're going to see you again on the LPGA Tour, maybe at the old course for the Women's Open next year where you won it?
Well, I do want to say that I would love to get back to play, a few events eventually, but I think I'm going to wait for the senior tour. I think it's the best way to go. I'm in good shape. I'm going to, practice a little bit. And I think it's a good time for me to go for the seniors, because then I could have my kids with me, for them to watch me play a little bit. So it's not going to happen soon, but hopefully, I could be there in the next few years.
Lorena, parents and mentors like to say, leave a place better than you found it. What's your opinion on the state of the LPGA Tour as a tour? Do you like what you see? Are there some changes you'd like to be made?
Yes. Well, I'm very positive. I always concentrate in the good things, and I see a lot of good things, just how global the game it is, and, the addition of having new countries, and how can they bring, new sponsors, as well as working all the time on getting a good time on TV, prime time. And I think it's going in the right direction. I think we need to continue just focus on the opportunities, that we have. I think it's still, a huge gap with the men, and we are working in the right direction. Like I said, just watching some of the Mexican players, I think it's great to see, the name of Gaby Lopez, over there, as well as Latin American players. By the way, Alban Valenzuela, she had a great tournament this last week. And I think if you keep adding, more countries, especially all the good talent from not only Mexico, but also South America, it's great. Hopefully we have also some tournaments over here. That would be nice.
Lorena, you were very dominant, number one, in your era. Do you think the LPGA Tour would be better right now with a dominant player who stands out? Or would you like to see a great head-to-head rivalry like, say, Carrie Webb and Annika Sorenstam?
Well, I guess, it is what it is. It's great to watch golf today. In my time, there were 2-3 players that they were always at the top. It feels different in a way, but I guess it's also fun, more entertainment. You turn on the TV and you're like, oh, there are like 10, 12 players that are able to win, every week. And I think they have a lot of positive, also for the new sponsors, for the new amateur players around the world, for the impacts, they made in their countries, where they live, to other players. So I see a lot of positive things. And by the way, I want to say hi to Annika and Carrie Webb, for all those good times. Now we're still working also with the game, but in a different position.
Well, Lorena, I know how busy you are as a mom and as an ambassador. Thanks for a few minutes. We hope to check in with you again soon.
For sure. Thank you. Bye-bye.